Hey there everyone, I'm Kaye and I'm here on my Tennessee homestead. Welcome to my kitchen. I am on a roll today. I have just been knocking it out. I've got squash bread in the oven. I'm about to make a pot of my fresh homegrown beans, lima beans. But right now I want to finally address planting garlic. Now in most seasonal climates you plant somewhere around November and you harvest in June or July. And so you need to designate someplace in your garden so you know where it is. That bed can be taken up with your garlic all of that time. So I have figured out where I'm going to put my garlic, but the light is dropping and it's getting very chilly and windy outside. So I'm just going to prepare the garlic right now. I have 5 varieties and I bought this from, let me remind myself, oh yes, garlicgods.com. You can check them out. And since I have 5 varieties, I am going to separate them into one at a time and put them in different bags so I know which variety I'm planting when I get outside. So when you're planting garlic, and be sure and watch my planting garlic in a container video, and I'll put the link right up there. I did that back in my California garden. I didn't have the opportunity to grow the hardneck garlic out there in that climate, but now I can. And I think 1 or 2 of these varieties are hardneck, some are softneck. This is Lohr's Italian softneck, and I'm going to have you come in closer to watch me peel this and talk about how to plant it. Garlic is fairly easy to plant. There are just a couple of things that you need to know, and if you can, try to buy your garlic from a certified grower, and that way you have less worry about problems. What you want to do is you want to take just the outer paper layer off. I like to just run my fingernail, and you can feel those grooves in there, and just start taking that outer paper off. You don't want to take the paper off of the individual cloves, but basically what you're doing is opening up the bulb and separating the cloves. And there is a clove. So this is the end, which had the roots coming off of it, off the bottom. This is attached to the roots. This is what goes in the ground first, and you put it down 2 inches into the dirt with this point up, leaving the paper on. And you can use amendments such as bone meal, or just if you have a good all-around fertilizer, or you have good compost, because these things are going to be in the ground for a very long time. This is the Lohr's Italian, which is hot and spicy. Usually I don't cook with hot and spicy garlic, but it sounded good. So let me separate these, get these individually, and then we'll move on to the next variety. You want to try to separate them without piercing them. I don't know how you would do this if you had long fingernails. Short fingernails work the best. Of course, you want to plant your garlic in a place that's going to get nice sun. When it starts appearing, it's going to want to have some sunshine. And that's all that's left. And I usually just throw these papers just on the bed. I used to think that maybe it kept predators away. I have no idea if I was right about that. But you can see the difference in sizes. The cloves near the center are much smaller than the cloves on the outside. Okay, and that's all we do here. So I'm going to put this variety, and they have these very nice little cards that tell the variety. Stores up to 9 months. And of course, I'm sure you can probably go on their website and find out the best way to store it. I love growing garlic, even more than I love eating it. So let's just say, for example, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 good-sized cloves for one bulb. And each one of those, if they're given the space and the light and the water they need, should produce another bulb. So that's 9 bulbs plus 9, so I should get 18 bulbs of garlic just from this particular one. Now we're moving on to Susanville. Artichoke soft neck, mild rich flavor, stores 9 months. And look at the size of that. Wow. When they get really big, then they have like a grouping here, and then they have a grouping in here. 2 rows, in other words. You should always inspect your garlic when you get it and make sure it doesn't have any issues like bugs or mites or anything that is possible, but unlikely if you get it from a certified dealer. This is like a double bulb. Now, if you wanted to, you could just say, hey, I'm just going to plant the biggest ones, and I'm going to leave the little stuff for cooking. So I think I'll do that for that, because that inner row gets pretty small. Looks like this has a double row too, so you're going to want to use plant markers to identify your varieties. I'm just going to keep the smallest ones. See, this is kind of small. Okay. Okay, there are a lot of cloves in there. Now we come to the chestnut red. These are so beautiful. Kind of pale purple. I grew this once in my California garden and it did pretty well. This is a purple striped hardneck, sweet and mild. That's what I want. And you can tell the difference because this is hard. The other ones I just peeled open, but you cannot separate that. That's like a hard stem in there. So we're going to have to work it apart this way. See? You can really see the difference. So I'll just pull that out, and then the rest come apart fairly easily. And you can see what they look like. Okay, so there's 1, 2, a small one there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I have several, so I guess they don't make as big when they're hard neck, perhaps. They're definitely harder to get open. We just keep working on this. Okay, I got through the chestnut red, and this is insulum red. So that is a medium and robust artichoke soft neck garlic. So the question is, tonight in my beans, do I want medium and robust or sweet and mild? If all of this grew well. I might have enough to sell. Depends. Or trade. This paper would either go in the compost, or why not just put it right into the bed with the garlic. And last we have Early Italian, which is an artichoke softneck, sweet and mild. Stores 9 to 12 months. Wow. That's a long time. If this grows well, I won't have to buy garlic for a whole year. And of course I'll have my own, I won't have to purchase garlic next year. I'll have my own seed garlic. Unless I wanted to try, you know, some other varieties. Okay. Ready for tomorrow. Hey, thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, scroll down and click all so you won't miss anything right here in Tennessee. If you enjoyed this video, please watch these. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video.